It's good. Yeah, a good day. It's pretty hot outside, but yeah. I just wonder how everyone's doing. I hope everyone's alright. But essentially, this topic was a bedside thought that would have fallen into the abyss of forgotten bedside thoughts. But luckily enough, I recorded a short video to remind myself of said topic. And yeah, so the topic of the day is we're going to be talking about desires, okay? And I'm sure I'm going to write about this. Also, I wrote something last night that really was like good. I forgot exactly what I wrote about, but yeah, I wrote something nice, so I would recommend you go read that. But yeah, we're going to be talking about desires, okay? And coming to understand desires once you're in a spiritual space, okay? Because to be in my position, you have to understand it's very difficult. Because for me, at this moment in time, especially in my life in particular, because I've not really experienced many things, you know what I'm saying? So even though I'm on the spiritual path, the need to desire lives within me because of this young, the ego feels young. Okay, so there's certain, especially with girls, for example, because obviously you see me, I'm a virgin, so you know what I'm saying? That is something that has been knocking on my door since from 12. Like, I've just really wanted to, but then at the same time, I still haven't. You know what I mean? Because there's been times where it's been proposed in front of me, but I still said, this isn't the time. So it's a mix of both for me. But the less about me, the main thing that I wanted to talk about was desires, okay? And why you should pursue those desires that the ego tells you, especially if you're in this spiritual realm, okay? Because you have to develop the almost truth that I'm going to pursue this desire, knowing that I'm only pursuing this desire to shut up my mind from telling me to pursue this desire, okay? So you're almost reducing the restrictions on your development, okay? Because it's like, the story, the bear, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you must go through it. That's what I'm trying to say here. You have to go through those desires, you have to break them down head on, and you have to develop that release. Because I remember I have a good example, because you see with me, when I was very young, I used to have a very large desire to game, bro. Like, I love to game. I love to play FIFA on my PlayStation, okay? And I generally burned out that desire to a crisp, bro. Like, I used to get, one of the main reasons why I was scared to die was because I couldn't bring my PS4 with me to heaven. That's what I used to think. I remember that was something that used to just like peck at me, bro. But that's what I'm saying, without knowing what I was doing, it's not like the position I'm in now. But the only way that I was able to reduce that desire by was just gaming the hell out of myself, bro. So that's what I'm saying. But if you got any desire, just really burn yourself out on it, bro. That's what I'd recommend. Just really go for it. Like, knowing that it's not going to satisfy you, okay? Because it's almost an ironic feeling. It gives you more confidence. You're like, let me see if this will satisfy me. You know what I mean? Even though you know it won't. So it's kind of keeping you occupied, while you still develop, you're able to pursue these things. But of course, be intelligent while you pursue those desires, okay? And make sure that those desires are quite reasonable, okay? So for example, my personal desires is that, I just want to travel the world. I want to go to certain places. I want to find a place where I want to move to, okay? And again, I know this isn't going to satisfy me, but I understand that that's what I want to do, and I have to just fully embrace that. And for example, today, for the first time in a long time, I saw a girl. I was like, yeah, she looks good, and I approached her. You know what I'm saying? She rejected me. She said she got a man, but that's not the point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna come down in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna come down in a minute. Okay. Come on. I've got to wrap this up, bro. I've got food waiting for me. But yeah, I was able to quench that desire for that girl by, just approaching her. And yeah, it felt like there was a moment of, after she rejected me, but there was, in my spirit, there was a moment of confusion, okay? it was a moment of, okay, this didn't really go the way that I planned, the way that I thought it would. Because, you know, the moment I saw her, the Babel told me, oh, that's the love of your life. You know what I mean? I just had to prove him wrong. That's what I'm saying. Prove your ego wrong and pursue those desires. And all it will do is strengthen your spiritual self, and it gives you a bit of fun things to do. Because let's not lie, you know, approaching a girl like that, you know, it's fun. But just be reasonable. Just be reasonable, okay? But listen, man, it's a good day.